Hello, Henry from Belgium here. Today a video about LEGO set 6541, Intercoastal Seaport from 1991. I usually start by saying I found a beautiful box, but that is not the case this time. It looks like mice have been eating on it, because there is some strange damage here. I found this set on one of my many trips to the flea market, and I have experienced it several times, the parts thrown in a plastic bag with, at best, parts of the box and the manual included. In this case, it was just the outer box and the manual. I added the inner box myself from another set with the same size. I have already checked, counted, and sorted the parts. This set has apparently become a popular collector's item, and I am pleased to be able to show it to you today, even with a damaged box. I'll see if I can restore this box in the future, but I think this is a difficult job. But even though it is damaged, I find it interesting to have this box. You can see nice alternative constructions on it, so it is a nice added value. I will start by showing the manual. Here at the top, a photo of the set, and as you can see, there is a lot to do. On the rest of the front page, there is already a first piece that you can build. And then it's one page after another, full of instructions. The pages are really full. It gives me an overwhelming feeling, and it seems as if the designer was given a 16-page limitation to fit everything in. But it's very positive that there is a lot to be built, and the challenge is quite great. There are the minifigures and accessories such as a bicycle and a fishing line, containers with contents and an accompanying truck, quite a large boat with mini crane, and an unloading quay with an impressive crane, and then finally some decorations to finish it off. Altogether, including the minifigures, this set consists of 545 pieces, and that's quite a lot. Here I see a few ready-made pieces for the crane and boat, but the rest are all basic bricks. I like that because the construction experience is a bit more extensive that way. The set has 3 base plates and they are somewhat special. But I saw them before in the Pier Police set, of which I posted a video on my channel. 2 raised platforms 16 by 16, and one 16 by 16 with a ramp. The set has the theme, town, and a sub-theme, boats. I would rather expect the sub-theme to be called harbor, but that is only a sub-theme later in the LEGO history of the main theme city, in which I found a very similar set, namely set 4645 from 2011, with the name Harbor. So this is set 6541, and in the same year 1991, a similar set was also released, namely set 6542, Launch and Load Seaport. I suspect that these sets are loved because they appeal to the imagination. A nice subject and the combination of land and water. And you can do different actions with the set, which I will show you throughout the video. In the meantime, I have already built 2 containers that will soon be mounted on the truck. In one, there is a small sitting vehicle. In the other, a motorcycle. I also have a bicycle and a fishing line here. There are 5 minifigs in the set, which is quite a lot, all with a nostalgic classic 90s look. That's the type of minifigs that I personally like the most. I haven't often seen the figure with the pocket print on the black and red torso. The torso with the same print in blue is found in more sets. The white torso with the anchor on is quite rare and only appears in 3 other sets, and the captain's suit only in 4 other sets. So beautiful minifigures that I am happy to have in my collection now. So let's build the truck. A classic structure with a steering wheel, doors, and a folding roof. I built a slightly more modern truck in set 6539 Victory Cup Racers, but that model had room for 3 containers. With a few more bricks, this would also have been possible here, or at least the space for a 3rd one. That way the fun of playing would have been just that little bit better. But I like the result. It has some nice details, big wheels, and a semi-trailer with which you can maneuver. I also especially like the color palette. Blue and white are nice colors to combine, and they will match well with the boat I am going to build now. I find the building experience fun and quite extensive. It consists of many parts of different sizes, which means you have to do some building and puzzling. The boat is not a model that you can really play with in the water, but it does have some other fun features. It consists of a large base, the wheelhouse, and different floors of which you can open the top floor, and it has cool details. There is also space for a minifig and a mini crane with winch. There is no lever on the winch, which makes winding the cord a bit more difficult. A nice detail is that the boat has extra bricks at the bottom that make it slide better when playing. The result is great with beautiful colors that match nicely. It's quite large and it can easily accommodate more than 2 containers. It might have been a nice idea to provide an extra empty container, where you could then choose what to fill it with. That way, the boat could stand alone as a set and give you the option to hoist an element in and out of the boat. Unfortunately, I have not all the stickers, but I can still order them on Bricklink. Now I will build the last part, which consists of 2 pieces, a key and the crane. First, the key. I use quite a few bricks for this. It's especially to strengthen the base plates and make them into one solid whole. But it also looks good. Markers, perimeter fences, and extra beams that you also see in real life. On the base plates, I am going to add a kind of mini pontoon with plates and black bricks. That's a nice extra that is also finished with beautiful details. You can put the minifigure on it with its fishing line and bicycle. It looks cool and it was a nice change to build this part. And now the crane, which will ultimately become the eye-catcher of the set. Despite the 4 ready-made pieces for the crane base, the building experience is still fun. Once again, it's something you have to build and put together, and it contains the most fun element of the set, the winch. This type does have an extra brick which you have to turn, and that makes it easy to hoist the rope up and down. The rope is long enough to hoist the containers off the truck and then place them anywhere on the base plates. And you can even hoist or lower the containers directly into the boat, So you don't always have to use the mini crane on the boat, and you can choose how you work with both cranes and how you come up with your own story. I noticed that I am missing stickers here and there, but I don't care about that now and I will add it later. I think it's a beautiful set and a nice addition to my collection. Building was not that difficult, but very varied and fun. You actually build mini sets that fit into a larger whole. And the nice thing is that you can do different actions with the set, which ensures great playability. Feel free to comment below this video, and don't forget to subscribe, it's free. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.